Hi guys, welcome back again. And in this video, I'll show you how to create a table into a database. Let's go back with our previous statements. We have learned the practice of data retrieval statement, that is a select. Then we have also covered insert, update, and delete, which are the DML statements, and transition control language, which are the commit, rollback, and save point. That's also already covered in our previous videos. Merge, I will create a separate video and I'll upload in the video list. And in this video we are you learning some DDL statement, and create is the first DDL statement which used to create a table into a database. It not only create a table, but it also used to create other database objects also, because in database we have multiple database objects. Let's jump to the next. Here you can see the list of the database objects. So table, we will create in this video. Then view, sequence, index, and synonyms. For that I will create another video. So while creating a table, yes, we will use the create statements, and we have an example given in the next slide. This is what the way how to create a table into a database. So create statement I have used, then I have used table because I'm going to create a table into a database, and this is what the EMP. My table name is a EMP. So everyone knows that under table we have a column list. We need to declare some columns which I required into a table. So in my EMP table, I required first column, that is a EMP ID. Okay, and whenever you are adding a column data type is a compulsory. It means what kind of data you require under that column. If you require only numbers, put data type as a numbers. If you require a combination of number and character, then varchar 2 is the best one. If you will only use char, that is also char is a data type present into, sorry, it is not a data type, it is a columns type, that you can add that kind of data into that particular column. So this you can use, this is a mandatory data type, which kind of data you require in that particular column. So under employee ID, I require only numbers. Then we have a EMP name. I have used varchar 2. Uh, Varchar and varchar 2, there is a little bit difference, because in varchar 2 you can use variable length up to 4000 character, but that is not similar with varchar. So usually people are using varchar 2. Then DEPT ID, again under DEPT ID I require a number, so I'll give the data type as a number. And you, sorry, I have given the number as a data type. And I require only 2 digits. In the bracket, you can mention how many characters you require under that particular cell. Salary, I required a, yes, number. Salary means it is a numbers. So I'll give like this 4 comma 2. So 4 comma 2 means after decimal we require 2 more digits. So I don't want to add decimal, so I'll put only 4. Higher date, for date we have given the date as a data type, and yes, default date sys date. Whenever you are going to add that record, automatically system date will get added in that particular column. So this is one kind of rule you have applied. We will also learn what is the consent part later. So let me create this testing table in my database. I have just copied this thing and going to my database to create this table. So create table EMP, and under that I have given some list of the columns and their data type, what kind of data we require under it. And let me execute this query. It automatically creates the table. Yes, look at this. Don't go to the next previous one. This is a different operation I have performed, but yes, table EMP is created in this database. Now see your table is created or not. I will use select star from tab. It will show you list of the tables present in your database. So yes, my EMP table, yes, it is showing here. What is the data available in that table? It is an empty table, so you will not see any kind of data. See, only you can see the column headings, but there is no data under that table. Or you can also use DESC EMP. Here you can see the employee ID column is there, employee name column is there, their data type, and their length of the character, how many characters you can put under that particular column. So once you create the table, you can use insert, update, delete statements to update, modify that table. Okay, but while inserting a record, there are chances of data entry. Like I want to add one record into my table, insert into EMP. This is my EMP table, and under it I have added some values like 100 This is what my employee ID. Employee name is Mangesh. Under that, I have a department ID as a, after, yeah, after EMP name I need to mention my department ID. I need to mention my salary. I want, let's add 9,000, and default date is a sys date. I need to mention like this. See, my first column is added. If you'll do select star from EMP, you can see that particular row is added because you have used insert statement, and this person is added. Again, I want to add one more person. His name is Ramesh. Let me execute this query. One row inserted. So look, let's execute this one and see what is the output. Oh, Ramesh is added, but his employee ID, it's a duplicate. Usually we have a unique employee ID for everyone in the organization. So same employee ID, unfortunately we have applied for the two different employees. So here we are doing some kind of data entry issue, right? So is there any way we can apply to the table? Is there any way we can apply any kind of rule to the table so such kind of data entry will not happen? For that purpose, concern chapter will come in the picture. So let me go back to my PPT. What they have given, they have given some, here I have given some example. You need to use this query to check how many columns are available there, what is a data type of that particular column, and length also, because while inserting a record, let's see, I have used DESC EMP. DESC EMP. See, employee ID column length is what? 3. But if someone is trying to add 1000, there are 4 digit available in your employee ID. And if you're trying to execute this one, then you will face the error with this. See, why? Because your value is larger than, so permission is not allowed for that particular. So because of this, you got this error. So see here, what is the actual length of your particular column under EMP. If you require only 3, then do not mention 4 character under for that particular column. So reason DSC employee, check this, and if you are trying to execute an insert statement, then plan something here, try to troubleshoot also. And let me go back to again select star from EMP. It will tell you all rows from the EMP table. Now what was my question? I want to apply one rule, because see, we can this is okay, we can add 100. This is my another employee, his name is Raj, is working in department ID 90. Okay, his salary is 6,000. But again, if you'll see, you have given same employee ID. It has taken because obviously there are no rules you have created. So 100 same employee you have applied 3 times under that table. So what kind of rules available into a database? What is a constraint is actually that we will learn in this lecture. So let me jump to the next PPT, next slide. It will tell you what is a constraint. So yes, constraint enforces business rules at the table level. Okay, constraint prevent the, if there are, constant prevent the deletion of the table if there are the dependencies. That also we'll see, because someone is going to execute the delete and there is a dependency of that particular row, it's a linking with another table, then obviously you will not perform that. So that also will check what is exactly that. We will see it practically in foreign key constraint. Then Oracle server use constraint to prevent invalid data entry into table. Yeah, this is what the live example I have shown. One single employee you have assigned to 3 people. So what kind of rules available into a concern? So first rule is a not null. You need to declare that I don't want any kind of null value in that particular column. Like in my employee table, I have a employee name column. It has to be present. I don't want any kind of employees whose name is null. Why? Because I'll show you. This is what my employee table. Somebody doesn't have any employee name, so that person can print, put here null. Okay, and let's give employee ID as a 101. So ideally this one record will get inserted, but if you'll see in employee name column you are seeing null value. Never happened that there is a no name of that particular employee. So I want to apply one rule that in this column I don't want any kind of null value. So in that time that not null rule will come in the picture, not null constant type will come in the picture. Then after not null we have a unique. Unique means you required all values must be unique. You assume you are saying that for employee id we can assign unique, but the rule of unique key is what you can put only unique values like email id. Email id has to be unique for everyone. If there are two Amit Sharma in my company, then I will give Amit Sharma 1, Amit Sharma 2 at gmail.com, like that one. So I will put unique values in that particular column under that email id column. So for such kind of column I can apply unique keywords. Unique at a time you can apply only one rule for the one column. Okay, so under unique consent there are the possibilities that you can insert the null values. Okay, but whatever values has been in whatever values you have mentioned in that particular column, that has to be unique. Make sure. Then there is a third one, primary key. It's uniquely identify each rows of the table. So the rule of primary key is values must be unique, and you cannot put null value into that particular column. So rule of primary key is what? Values must be unique. We cannot insert any kind of null value in that particular column, and one table can have only one primary key. Unique key you can apply multiple times, but for one table you can apply only one primary key. That is the major rule of primary key. Foreign key. Foreign key, the second definition which we have learned here, it was very little bit confusing. But if foreign key is coming in the picture, then what? The rule of foreign key is what? If there is a dependency of another table, like under I have a two table. In one table I have all employees information. In second table I have only department information. Under my company I have four department 10, 20, 30, and 40, and I want my people working only in department id 10, 20, 30, and 40. So I will link my department id column from employees table with department id column of the department table. Otherwise what will happen? My in my department I have only four departments, but in employee tables I can see department id 10 is there, 20 is there, 40 is there, 50 is there, 60 is there, though it is not available under department table. So such kind of relations you can create with the help of foreign key. Check, which is one of the important constraint, it used to apply some particular rules at the table level. Okay, so we will see how to create a constraint and how to apply the constraint, that we will cover in this chapter. So let me have a small break. I'm pausing this video. I'm back again, and yes, I was here on the constraint chapter. So I have just repeated the definition of each and every constraint type. We have there are five constraints actually present in the screen: not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, and check. So let's jump and see how to apply the constraint. While creating a table also you can apply, there are types to apply. They have given column level type and table level type. So there is only different way to write down the SQL query. In column level what happens, you need to create the column and immediately you need to apply the constraint. In table level what happens, you need to put the entire column list and later you can put the constraint list one by one at the end. So major better you can use anyone from this to apply the constraint. So say in the second screen also you can see how to apply constraint. This is also column level, and this is what the table level they have done. So let me go back to the previous example, how to apply constraint. Now they are creating one table called as emp2. Create table emp2. So my first column is employee id, their data type is a number, and I will need to use constraint keyword here because I'm going to apply primary key for that particular column. Employee id column has to be unique. We cannot mention any null value in that particular column, and it is applied only for once per table. So for employee id column I can easily give this constraint. Next, employee name, I don't want any null values in my employee name column. So employee name has been there, varchar 2, length is 2. Now comma I have given at the end after applying the constraint. This is also important, guys. Constraint keyword is very important. Name of the constraint is also important, and later you can give the constraint type. For not null constraint you don't need to give this. You can apply in that way as well. Okay, for unique as well. So now let me take this query, and yes, constraint name is very important. Why? Because if you want to remove constraint, then with the help of this name you can delete constraint from the database, and this name has to be unique. Make sure you have a unique concern name for every table, and you can see a concern details in user concern table. So I'll show you how to check it. Let me execute this query because I'm going to create one table with concern. I have table emp2 which is created and it applied. I have some rules also: primary key, not null, constraint, and this. And now let me see desc emp2. Let me execute this one. I can see the list of the columns. I have employee ID, employee name, department ID, email and salary, here number. Then, and I have applied some rules also. Where we can check it, we have a user consent table which is already exist. Select star from user constraint. This table is already exists in the database. Under that table, you can see what kind of concern type you have applied for that particular table. Here is a table name. Few table are already exist in this database. This is what the owner, through this user I have logged in. Concern name. So my concern I can see at the end. CC I have applied for EMP2. Then PK I have applied for the EMP2. Then UK. U means unique, P means primary key, C means check. These are the concern just I have applied for this table. Okay, this is what this. If you want to check only, then you can use where clause also here. I want where table underscore name is equal to emp2. It will only fetch your tables details. For emp2 you have applied this all the constraints. You can see the rules also. Now let me try some data entry issue in this table. I want to insert some rows. Insert into emp2 values. Let me add 100. That is what my employee ID. Then I have an employee name column. So employee name column I'm putting as a Mangesh. Then I have a department ID column 10. Then I have an email column Mangesh at Gmail. Next we have a salary. So I will put salary as a 9,000. Let me execute this one. I have done some mistake over here. This character has to be in single inverted. So it's come now, it will get executed. See, one row I have successfully inserted in my table. Let me check what is the output of my table. Select star from emp2. Look at the output. I have added one more column, but again I am trying to execute this query. I'll get the error actually, because unique concern error. You need to update this 102. Okay, I have given the next one 101. 102 is also okay because it's a unique one. You can apply also this, but still now it is saying this is what the error, unique concern. Why? Because this email ID has to be different. If there are two Amit Sharma, I just told you Amit Sharma at Gmail, Amit Sharma 1 at Gmail, like that only. So Mangesh 1 I will put here. Let me execute this one. Now I have added one more record into a table. Go here and check it. Look at this. There are two different employee ID I have mentioned here, and there are two different email. Okay, for salary columns I have given some conditions now, like salary column must be greater than 1000. If I'm trying to insert salary as a 999, so let's see what kind of error I'll get. Let me add another team member in this table. EMP name is Ramesh. I will put a 20. I'll add as a Ramesh. Now let me execute this one and see output. See, it is saying that check concern is violated. So you need to mention the salary greater than 1000, then and then only, because you have applied that rule. Check salary greater than 1000 while creating a table. Look at this. Check particular condition must be true. So salary greater than 0, greater than 1000 actually. So I can add 1001 only. Then and then only this record will come in the picture. In this way you can apply the constraint. You can apply constraint while creating a table also, and if table is already created, then after with the help of alter also we can do it. I'll show you some examples in the slide. We will just check it, and you can try the same example on your database for practice purpose. So in this video we have covered how to create a table. We have also covered what is a constraint and what is the use of constraint, and we have seen some practical example of creating a table with the constraint. So guys, make sure that it is very important. This is very important topic of the database, how to create a table with the constraint. For EMP ID, I have applied PK. PK means primary key I have applied for this. Okay, another column I have, that is a EMP underscore ID. For that I have applied not null, means that column cannot contains null value. uh, DEPT underscore ID, I can mention only those department which is available. This is what my DEPT table now. Let me close this. DEPT table, it has my department ID and it has my department name. I can only mention those department which is available in department. But when I need to use foreign key constraint, foreign key will foreign key, it will create a rule, it will create a combination of this column and this column, and automatically only this value you can insert, update and delete in this particular column. So through foreign key you can create such kind of relation. So foreign key is a reference column of another table. This is what the major rule of foreign key. Then we have also learned what is a unique key. I have applied to my email ID column. I can give UQ as a unique. And last is a check condition. I have applied to my salary column. Check, with check we you need to give that the condition also salary greater than 100 rupees. So you cannot mention less than 100 salary under that particular column. So this is what the column name and this is what the concept we have applied. Okay, so I'll show you foreign key example also in the next video. This video is become a very lengthy. So thanks for watching this video. See you again in the next video.